Hi guys, it's me. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have very sad news about Morocco because a lot of people passed away. There was a very big earthquake and I'm very sorry for your loss. My friends and family pray for Morocco. Also, if you know how to donate money, comment down below and that would really help me. Today I'm going to be praying for Morocco, and also we're going to be reading the Complete Illustrations Children's Bible. God makes the world. In the beginning, there was nothing at all. God created heavens and in the beginning there was nothing at all. Then God created heavens and earth, but God was still covered in darkness. So God said, "Let there be light." But everything was still covered in darkness. So he made light. God called light the first day and darkness night. And that's why the first day and first night was made. The days followed. God separated water from dry land and covered land with beautiful plants, and he made to the sun shining every day. The moon and stars light up the night sky. Then God filled the seas with enormous whales and shiny fish, leaping dolphins and wobbly jellyfish. He created skies with colorful birds. He made animals with all shapes, sizes, swift cheetahs, slow tortoises, huge elephants, and many, many more. Last of all, God made man and told him to take care of these wonderful creatures. God, pleased with all he had done, and so the seventh day he rested and made that day to rest and give thanks. The beautiful garden. God had created the Garden of Eden for Adam, a marvelous paradise filled with green grass, colorful plants, and wonderful trees. God told Adam that he will help himself from any fruit of the trees except for one, the tree of knowledge. But there were still plenty of wonderful things for him to eat. God brought all the animals and the birds to Adam so that he could name them, but none of the animals were like him, and Adam was lonely, so God created woman Eve. He would be a special friend. Disobeying God. Now all of the animals, the most cunning was the snake. One day he said to Eve, "Why don't you eat from the tree of knowledge?" "I'm sorry I called those children slimy chimps. My mother would be ashamed of me. Like the spit-pilled children, Juliet is a child. But that, after all, is not her fault. While her father, George, cleans them all each night, Julia sits by my domain. She can sit anywhere she wants, by the carousel, in the empty food court, on the bleachers covered in sawdust. I'm not bragging when I say she wants to sit with me always. I think it's because we both love to draw." Sarah, Julia's mother, used to help clean them all, but she got sick and grew pale and stopped. Sarah stopped coming. Every night, Julia offers to help George, and every night her father says firmly, "Homework, Julia. The floors will just get dirty again." Homework, I have discovered, involves a very sharp pencil, thick books, and long sighs. I enjoy drilling pencils. In fact, I would sure to excel at homework. Sometimes Julia dozes off. Sometimes she reads her book, mostly draws pictures and talks about her day. I don't know why people talk to me, but they often do. Perhaps they think I can't understand them. Or perhaps it's because I can't talk back. Julia likes science and art. She doesn't like Layla Burpee, who teases her because her clothes are old. But she does like Deshaun Williams, who teases her too, but in a nice way. She would grow up to become a famous artist when she grows up. Sometimes Julia draws me. I am an elegant fellow in her picture.
She's elephant?
Elegant.
Oh, got it.
With my silver back gleaming like the moon on moss. I never look angry, although I do look like an angry gorilla in the billboard in the highway. I always look a bit sad though. Drawing Bob. I love Julie's pictures of Bob. She draws him flying across a page with blur of feet and fur. She draws him in moonless peeking out from behind a trash can or a soft tail on my belly. Sometimes in her drawings, Julia gives Bob's wings or a lion's mane. One time she gave him a tortoise shell. The best thing she ever gave him wasn't a drawing. Julia gave Bob his name. For a long time, no one knew what to call Bob. Now at the mall, they would try to approach him with a tidbit. Here, doggy, they'd call, holding out a french fry. Come on, Pooch, they say. How about a little pizza sandwich? But he would always vanish into the shadows before anyone can get too close. One afternoon, Julia decided to draw a little dog curled up in the corner of my domain. She always watched him for a while, chewing on her thumbnail. I can tell she's looking at him, and artists would look at when they're trying to understand it. And there was a tiny big-eared dog. He was smart and cunning, but his gaze was wistful. Under the picture, there were three bold, confident marks curled in black. I was pretty certain it was a word, even though I couldn't read it. Julia's father peeled over her shoulder. That's him exactly, he said, nodding, pointed to the circle marked. I didn't realize his name was Bob, he said. Me neither, said Julia. I had to draw him first. Bob and Julia. Bob does not let humans touch him. He says their scent upsets his digestion. But now and then I see him sitting at Julia's feet, curling her fingers moving gently just right behind his ear. Usually Mac leaves after the last show, but tonight in his office is working late. When he's done, he stops at my domain and stares at me for a long while after he drinks from his brown bottle. George joins him, broom in hand, and Mac says the things he always said. How about the game last night? And business has been slow. It'll get better, though. You'll see. And don't forget to empty the trash. Mac glances at the picture Julia is drawing. What are you making? He asks. It's from my mom, he said. It's a flying dog. She holds her drawing, eyeing it secretly. She likes airplanes and dogs. Mac murmurs, sounding unconvinced. He looks at George. How's the wife doing anyway? About the same, George says. She has good days and bad days. Yeah, we don't all, Mac says. Mac starts to sleep, then pauses. He reaches inside his pocket and hands out a crumpled green bill and presses it into George's hand. Mac is already out the door before he can yell thanks. Stella, I said after Julia and her father go home. I can't sleep. Of course you can. She says you are the king of sleepers.
Which one?
Ivan.
Oh, he loves sleeping?
Yeah.
I
Look,
love sleeping.
he's a
too.
gorilla.
Yeah.
The hardest thing for me, anything in the world,
He
sleep.
doesn't like to sleep.
That's because I have, for some reason, my dad says it. So this leg I do this a lot, like I shake my leg like this. My dad said it's the restless leg syndrome. I have it, and so does my dad.
You guys just nervous.
I just do this all the time. It's resting leg syndrome. That's because it's a cage, Bob tells me. It's not always tactful. I know, Stella says. It's a very small domain. And you're a very big gorilla, Bob adds. Stella, I ask. Yes? I noticed that you're limping more than usual today. Is your leg bothering you? Just a little, Stella answers. I sigh. Bob wrestles. His ears flick. He drools a bit. But I don't mind. I'm used to it. Try eating something, Stella says. That always makes you happy. I eat an old brown carrot. It doesn't help, but I don't tell Stella she needs to sleep. You could try remembering a good day, Stella suggests. That's what I do when I can't sleep. Stella remembers every moment since she was born. Every scent, every sunset, every slight, every victory. You know, I can't remember much, I say. There's a difference, she said gently. Can't remember and won't remember. That's true, I admit. Now remembering can be difficult, but I have a lot of time to work on it. Memories are precious, Stella adds. They help you make us who we are. Try remembering your keepers. You always like Carl with the harmonica. Carl, yes. I remember how he gave me a coconut when I was still a juvenile. It took me all day to open it. I try to recall the other keepers I have known. The humans who have cleaned my domain, prepared my food, and sometimes kept me company. There was Julian, who poured Pepsi in my waiting mouth, and Kenstria, who poked me with the broom when I was sleeping, and Ellen, who sang, "How much is that monkey in the window?" With a sad smile, she scrubbed my water bowl. Oh, wait. When I said Ellen, I had my teacher's name, and his name is Mr. Ellen.
Yep.
And there was Gerald, who once brought me a box of fat, sweet strawberries. Gerald was my favorite keeper. I hadn't had a real keeper in a long time. Max says he doesn't have money to pay a babysitter. These days, George cleans my cage, and Max is the one who feeds me. I think it's mostly every day about the people who have taken care of me. Mostly it's Mac I recall. Day in and day out, year after year, Mac bought me and raised me, and says I'm no longer cute, as if a silverback can be ever cute. Moonlight falls on the frozen carousel, on the silent popcorn stand, on the tall leather belts that smell like long-gone cows. Heavy work of Stella's breathing sounds like the wind of the trees. I wait for sleep to find me. Sleep always finds my mother and father. Sleep just says, I'll skip this person. And it's always so hard.
Is it tell them what's happened when I sleep with you?
Okay, this is what happens. When Mama naps, she covers my eyes like this. And she covers her legs on me. And then when William comes in, she's dead. Right? And then I'll be like, "You good, Mama?" And then what I would do is I would use William for an excuse and get out of bed and go downstairs and help Daddy do something or watch TV.
Watch TV, more like watch TV.
Sometimes Daddy doesn't let me watch TV at all. I just make some bracelets. Mac gives me a new black crayon, a fresh pile of paper. It's time to work again. Oh, wait, and what I mean by, Sleep always skips me, and they only come back to me in the middle of the night. How? It's because I have a little bit of ADHD, too, so. I smell the crayon. I roll it in my hands, press the sharp point against my palm. There's nothing I love than a more new, fresh crayon. I search my domain to draw what is black. An old banana peel would work, but I eaten them all. My tag is brown, my little pool is blue. The yogurt raisin I'm saving for this afternoon's white. At least on the outside. Something moves in the corner. I have a visitor. Bugs wandered through my domain on the way to somewhere else. "Hello, Beetle," I say. He freezes silent. Bugs never want to chat. A beetle is an attractive bug with a glossy nut. He is a starless night. That's it, I'll draw him. It is hard making pictures of something new. I don't get the chance that often. I try to look at the beetle who's kind enough to not to move. I'm surprised Ivan's a drawer like me. But my friends always move whenever I try to draw them, and they're never still. They're always and they have to tilt their head and move, and it's kind of annoying because I'm trying to draw you, and you're moving. How am I supposed to do that? Or I can just do a flip-o-rama, if you don't know what that is, if you ever watch Captain Underpants.
Oh yeah, tell them it's so funny, huh?
Yeah, it's really funny. George and Harold make comics.
Yep, they do.
And what they do is that they do a flip-o-rama, which is they draw first thing and another. You should watch the movie. It's on Netflix. It's really good.
So this video not sponsored by Netflix.
Yes, this video is not sponsored by Netflix, no. "Hello, Beetle," I say. It's hard making a picture of something new, though. I don't get the chance that often. But I try, look at the beetle who's kind enough not to move. Then at my paper I draw his body, legs and his little antenna, his sour expression. Oh wait, I have to show you something nice. A little surprise. I have a strawberry caramel boba. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was a real.
Yeah. Mom thought it was real. It's actually not. It's a squishy.
Super, super soft.
Yep. And I can squish it whenever I'm stressed. And I'm going to put it right here. If you can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, right there.
Super cute. Yeah, I really thought it was real.
If it was real though, I would eat it. I am lucky the beetle stays all day. Bugs don't linger when they visit though. Oh wait. When he meant by sour expression, he not like that. He meant like that kind of expression. Not like sour like a lemon. Like a very angry expression. I'm beginning to wonder if he's feeling all right. Bob, who has known munches on bugs from time to time, who